At the Technical University of Munich, we understand entrepreneurship as a specific type of mindset that people adopt. Entrepreneurial individuals are typical individuals who seek out opportunities to do new things or do things that exist in a new way. So what they try to do is they try to change the way how we think today or how we act. For example, entrepreneurs can be founders of new firms who introduce new products or new services to the market. But they can also be individuals who try to address social or environmental problems that exist. Entrepreneurs can also be leaders of public institutions such as universities, for example, when they change the way how the institution works or how it represents itself. Entrepreneurs can also be people who work in established firms when they in the firm try to push a new idea for a product or for an internal process forward. And for all these actions, it is necessary that people adopt a mindset of creativity, of innovation, a mindset of proactiveness, that they try to bring ideas forward. It is also important that they do not shy away from risks or uncertainties that are always there when you do something new, and that they accept that failure is actually a likely outcome of their actions. And this type of mindset we try to develop at TUM among our students, but also among our scientists, among our professors, and even among our administrative staff. Entrepreneurship is very important because what it does is it addresses people's needs and therefore helps us make life better. For example, when entrepreneurs develop new products in the medical technology area, they directly impact the life quality of people who suffer a specific disease. But even innovative products such as smartphones help us make our life more convenient. For example, they help us with learning, they help us with communication, they help us with accessing information, for example, to find the way to the place where we want to go. From a more economic perspective, entrepreneurship is important because new ventures, as they grow, they create employment, and as they introduce a profitable product to the market, they also pay taxes to the government. And the same is true when existing firms develop innovative products and, for example, start a new business unit. This creates employment and it creates taxes. And finally, there's a lot of studies and examples of entrepreneurs who find entrepreneurship as a very self-fulfilling and satisfying career trajectory, because it allows them to pursue the things they are really passionate for. For example, we see quite a number of entrepreneurs turning their hobby into a business and in the end find a way how to make their career exactly what they want to do.
As an entrepreneur, you have impact from the first minute. And that's what I really loved most about the job and my life, that it's meaningful, it has impact, and you can change something in an industry, but also for people's life.
Entrepreneurship is part of TUM's DNA. There has been a long history of entrepreneurs coming out of TUM. For example, Carl von Linde, the founder of what we know today as the Linde AG, a global player with more than 60,000 employees, has been a professor at TUM. And at TUM, he invented the technology for air liquefaction and cooling that we use today in our refrigerators. Other prominent examples include the aerospace pioneers Claude Dornier and Wilhelm Messerschmitt. And more recently, an example is Stefan Vilsmeier, the founder of BrainLab. BrainLab is a company active in medical technology with a focus on imaging software and technology. The university's current leadership, driven by our president Wolfgang Herrmann, has made entrepreneurship as one of the 3 pillars of the university's activities, next to research and teaching. For example, TUM has launched a strategic initiative called TUM Entrepreneurship, and as part of this initiative, it has hired 4 entrepreneurship professors. So this number is not met by many other universities in Europe in the topic of entrepreneurship. Together we teach more than 1,000 students every year on this topic, and I mean students from different TUM schools and TUM departments. TUM also runs its own incubator, where currently more than 25 teams working on commercializing their newly discovered technologies.
There wasn't really a point where I decided, like, I know I want to do this right now. I started with the Managing More program at UnternehmerTUM. Then I met a lot of people that were doing things so differently than what I did. There were a lot of entrepreneurs there that pitched their companies, and I never saw anyone building a company before that, because in my family it's just not usual. And at that point it just got me just interested, and I never really thought that at some point I'm going to have my own startup. I of course thought, okay, what's going to be like, but in this case also with Taro, I kind of it was a kind of a coincidence that I met Christian.
TUM also has its own technology transfer office, TUM Forte, which supports startups in legal issues, for example, when it comes to the topic of intellectual property. And TUM Forte also employs 5 dedicated startup consultants who help their teams push their idea to market. Last but not least, our partner institute, UnternehmerTUM, is an invaluable asset. The UnternehmerTUM is one of the biggest centers for innovation and business creation in Europe, if not in the world, and they help us considerably with teaching and supporting our startups to bring their idea to market. And with all these offerings, I believe that TUM really is the entrepreneurial university.